My brother got my wife pregnant. So I did the one thing they never expected. I erased my entire family from my life. No fights. No closure. Just silence so loud it ruined them. I'm a biochemist. I came home from work on an ordinary Tuesday, the kind of day where life feels safely predictable. My wife Bryn was sitting at the kitchen table, eyes red from crying, hands folded like she was bracing for impact. "We need to talk," she said quietly. "I'm pregnant." I felt my brain try to do math. We'd been careful. We weren't trying, but okay, these things happen. I opened my mouth to ask how far along, what she wanted to do. The normal questions you'd ask your wife. She cut me off. "It's Hayden's." The thing about shock is that it's quiet. Movies get it wrong. There's no dramatic music. No slow motion, just this weird pause, where your brain tries to file information it doesn't have a folder for. I didn't say anything. She kept going. "It's been a few months, I'm keeping it. And before you ask, yes, your parents know. We had a meeting yesterday." She said it like she was reciting a grocery list. Clinical. Practiced. I found words. "Who was at this meeting?" "Me. Hayden." "Your mom and dad?" "Not me?" "No. Not you." I walked to the living room. Picked up my phone. Called my mother. Bryn followed me, hovering in the doorway like she wasn't sure if she should stay or run. Mom answered on the second ring. "Honey, I was just thinking about you. How is work?" "I know," I said. The silence stretched. Then her voice changed. Careful. Measured. The tone you use when you're picking your way through a minefield. "Okay. Okay. Listen. We need to talk about this as a family. These things happen. It's complicated, but family is family. We can't let this destroy everyone." I heard my father in the background. "Tell him we'll all sit down. Work it out. Did you hear that? Mom, we'll figure this out together." "Together?" I repeated. "The four of you already figured it out. Without me, that's not. We were trying to." She was fumbling now. "We need to think about what's best for everyone." "Everyone?" I heard what she didn't say. "Everyone except me." I hung up. Bryn was staring at me. "What are you going to do?" I looked at her. Really looked at her. 6 years of marriage. I thought I knew this person. Thought I knew my brother. Thought I knew my parents. Turns out you can live your whole life surrounded by strangers. "Nothing," I said. I walked past her to the bedroom, pulled my old duffel bag from the closet, started packing. Clothes, laptop, chargers, documents from the file cabinet, toothbrush, passport, methodical, calm. "What are you doing?" Her voice was rising now. Panic creeping in. "We need to talk about this. You can't just..." I zipped the bag. Walked past her again. She grabbed my arm. "Please. Say something. Yell at me. Tell me I'm a terrible person. Just say something." I looked at where her hand gripped my sleeve, then at her face. She wanted a reaction. They all did. They wanted me angry or broken or willing to negotiate. They wanted me to fight for a seat at a table where they'd already decided I didn't belong. I pulled my arm free, picked up my keys. "Wait," she said. "Where are you going?" I didn't answer. Walked out the door, got in my car, started the engine. As I backed out of the driveway, I saw her in the doorway, phone already to her ear, calling someone. Probably my mother, probably Hayden, probably all of them. My phone started ringing before I hit the end of the street. Mom, declined. Dad, declined. Hayden, declined. Bryn again, declined. They called in rotation over and over. The screen lit up like a slot machine, their names cycling through, desperate, confused, starting to realize I wasn't going to answer. I drove for 20 minutes, the phone vibrating constantly in the cup holder like something alive and frantic. Finally pulled into a gas station parking lot, sat there with the engine running, staring at the screen. 15 missed calls, 8 voicemails, text messages stacking up faster than I could read them. "Please call me back. We need to talk about this. Don't do anything rash. You're upset. I understand. But we're family." Family. I opened my phone settings. The ringing continued, but my hands were steady. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I started with my mother's contact, held my thumb on her name until the menu appeared. Block. Confirm. Then my father. Block. Hayden. Block. Bryn. Block. I went through my entire contact list. Aunts, uncles, cousins, family friends who'd known me since childhood, anyone who'd take their side or try to mediate, anyone who'd tell them where I was. Block. 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 My thumb moved on autopilot. The phone stopped ringing. The silence was immediate and absolute. Then I called my carrier. Waded through the automated menu. Got a human. "I need to change my number. Tonight." "May I ask why, sir?" "No." Pause. "Okay. I can process that for you. New number will be active within 2 hours." I thanked her, hung up, drove to an extended stay hotel on the other side of town, paid cash for a week. The clerk didn't ask questions. Room 234. Generic art on the walls, bed with too many pillows. I sat on the edge and stared at my phone. 2 hours and 17 minutes until the new number activated, until I became unreachable. I didn't sleep that night. Instead, I made lists. Day 2, my office. Spoke to my supervisor. I need to take personal leave. I have 3 weeks saved up. Is everything okay? Family situation. I'll be back. Take what you need. I drove to my bank, walked up to a specialist, not a teller, explained I needed to open a new individual account and transfer funds from my joint account. She asked if my spouse knew. We're separating. I'm taking exactly half. It's legal. She nodded, printed forms. I signed. By noon, my paycheck was rerouted, and half of our joint savings sat in an account only I could access. Clean. Mathematically. Fair. Unchallengeable. Insurance company next. Removed Bryn from my health insurance, car insurance, everything. The representative asked if I wanted to wait until the divorce was final. No. Remove her today. Then I sat in my car and pulled up the property records on my phone. The house. I bought it 2 years before we got married. Refinanced after the wedding, but never added her name to the deed. I'd meant to. Never got around to it. Lucky me. I searched for divorce attorneys, read reviews, picked the most expensive firm in the city, the kind that handles executives and doesn't ask stupid questions. The lawyer's office had floor-to-ceiling windows and furniture that cost more than my car. The attorney, 50-something, sharp suit, sharper eyes, listened to my story without interrupting. What do you want? She asked when I finished. Divorce. Clean. She gets nothing except what's legally required, which is nothing. The house is mine. No alimony. No communication. Everything goes through you. What about your brother? Your parents? Not relevant to the divorce. She made notes. This will be expensive. I don't care. Most people want closure, a conversation, something. I don't. She studied me, then nodded. I can work with that. Give me 48 hours. Day 4. I was organizing files in my hotel room when my phone buzzed. New number. Only 3 people had it. My boss, my lawyer, and the hotel front desk. It was the lawyer. Papers are filed. Process server delivered them an hour ago. Divorce petition and 30-day eviction notice. The house is yours legally. She has a month to vacate. Good. She's going to want to talk to you. No. Your family will try to contact me. Refer them to the documents. Don't engage. Understood. Pause. You're very calm about this. I made my decision. Now I'm executing it. She almost laughed. Most clients fall apart. You're efficient. Thank you. After we hung up, I opened my laptop. Deleted Facebook. Not deactivated. Deleted. Requested full account removal. Instagram, same thing. LinkedIn, gone. Twitter I never used, but deleted anyway. My personal email, the one connected to family, to old friends, to everyone from my previous life. I changed the password to random characters I didn't bother memorizing, then deleted the recovery options. Locked myself out permanently. Created a new email, different name format, professional, anonymous, 3 hours of work, an entire digital identity erased. Week 2, my office receptionist called my cell. Your wife came by. She was crying. She asked where you were. What did you tell her? Nothing, but she's persistent. If anyone from my family contacts the office, give them my attorney's number. Don't tell them anything else. Understood. An hour later, my lawyer called. Your wife came to my office. Your brother, too. Separately, both want to talk to you. No. Your parents sent a formal letter requesting mediation. Divorce proceeds as filed. No mediation. Your brother sent a 7-page letter. Personal. Handwritten. Do you want me to forward it? I thought about it for exactly 3 seconds. Shred it. Silence on her end. Then, you're serious. Completely. Okay. She sounded almost impressed. I'll handle it. That afternoon, I found an apartment. Different city. Albuquerque. Far enough to matter. Close enough to transfer within my company. Applied online. Credit check came back clean. Signed a lease remotely. 2 weeks and I dismantled everything. New number. New accounts. New city. New life queued up and ready. I packed my car on a Sunday morning. Everything I own fit easily. Turns out you don't need much when you're starting over. Drove out of town at dawn. Highway empty. Radio off. Just engine noise and my thoughts. 3 hours in, I passed a billboard. Some reunion venue showing a multi-generational family laughing around a table. Big smiling faces. Make memories together in cursive script. I checked the date on my dashboard. October 15th. Thanksgiving was 5 weeks away. They'd be planning it already. Turkey, seating arrangements, probably trying to figure out how to handle me being there. What they'd say, how they'd explain. I pressed the accelerator and kept driving. They'd figure it out eventually. Albuquerque is flat and brown and nothing like home. That's exactly why I picked it. I transferred within my company. Different branch. Same title. My new supervisor asked why I relocated. I said fresh start and he didn't push. People don't, usually. They sense the walls and stay on their side. Found a gym. Found a coffee shop that made decent espresso. Found a therapist. The therapist was my idea. Not because I was falling apart. I wasn't. But I wanted to stay ahead of it, process cleanly. Make sure I wasn't just running. You seem very organized about this, she said during our first session. I'm a scientist. Organization is what I do. Even with trauma? Especially with trauma. She asked if I felt angry. I told her I felt clear. She made notes. We kept meeting. My lawyer called every Wednesday. Update calls. She said. Required for week 3. Your wife hired an attorney. She wants to discuss settlement terms. The papers are clear. There's nothing to settle. She's asking if you'll reconsider. Speak with her once. No. Week 5. Your parents hired a lawyer. They sent a formal request for family mediation. Divorce proceeds as filed. Nothing else. Your brother sent another letter. Longer this time. Shred it. Week 6. They're calling my office daily. Your mother is persistent. Email me for team. Keep documenting. The calls became routine. Wednesday afternoons, 10 minutes. Clinical updates about people I used to know. I listen the way you'd listen to weather reports for a city you'd never visit. November hit. The therapist asked about the holidays. Thanksgiving is next week. Do you have plans? Volunteering at a shelter. Then takeout and football. Your family will expect you. They can expect whatever they want. Does that bother you? No. She waited. I didn't elaborate. She wrote something down. Thanksgiving morning. I showed up at the community shelter at 6:00 a.m. Served food until 2:00 p.m. The people there were grateful. Genuine. No performance. No agenda. Just hunger and gratitude. I got Chinese takeout on the way home. Watched the Cowboys lose. Fell asleep on the couch. Quiet. Peaceful. Exactly what I wanted. I didn't hear about their Thanksgiving until 3 months later. I was at a coffee shop when someone said my name. Took me a second to place him. Garrett. No. Wait. Can't use that name. Let me think. Wesley. College friend. Hadn't seen him in 5 years. Holy crap, he said. I've been trying to find you for months. I gestured to the empty chair. He sat. You just vanished. Like, completely. Your family has no idea where you are. I know. Dude, your mom is losing her mind. I sipped my coffee, said nothing. Wesley kept going. I saw them at Thanksgiving. It was brutal, man. Your mom kept setting a place for you. Your dad drank half a bottle of whiskey. Nobody knew what to say. Okay. He stared at me. That's it? Okay. What do you want me to say? I don't know. Something. They're your family. Your mom was calling your old number every hour. It's disconnected. I know. Jesus Christ. He ran his hand through his hair. What happened? People are saying you just left. No explanation. Nothing. That's accurate. Why? I considered how much to tell him. Decided on the truth. My wife got pregnant. It's my brother's kid. My parents knew before I did. They all decided together how to handle me, so I left. His face went through several expressions. F word. That's F word. Yeah. But you just disappeared. Didn't even try to work it out? What was there to work out? They made their choice. Still, family is family. I looked at him. Is it? He shifted uncomfortably. So, you're just done? Forever? Yes. Don't you think that's extreme? No. We sat in silence. He was struggling with something. Finally, your brother lost his job. Something about the situation getting out. People talk, you know? Good for people. Doesn't that matter to you? Why would it? He leaned back. Studied me like I was something he didn't recognize. You're different. I'm better. You don't even care what happens to them. I don't think about them enough to care. He stood up, looked at me like I'd grown a second head. This is cold, man. Even for what they did. If you say so, are you coming back? Ever? No. The finality of it seemed to hit him then. His expression shifted from confused to something else. Disturbed, maybe. Like he just realized he was talking to someone capable of something he couldn't comprehend. They're still your family, he said quietly. They were. I stood, threw my cup away. Good seeing you, Wesley. I walked out, didn't look back. My phone buzzed 20 minutes later. Text from a number I didn't recognize. This is Wesley. I got your number from your LinkedIn, at your new company. I shouldn't have pushed, but man, they're falling apart. Your mom can't sleep. Your dad looks like he aged 10 years. Don't you feel anything? I stared at the message, thought about blocking him. Instead, I replied, I feel fine. That's the point. I blocked him anyway. My lawyer called the next Wednesday. Your brother's ex-wife had the baby. A girl. Legally, I'm required to notify you since you were married during conception. I'm not on the birth certificate. Correct. Your brother is listed as father. Then, it's not relevant to me. She included a photo. I paused. Felt nothing. Shredded. Long silence. Then, okay. Anything else? Your father had a health scare. Minor. Heart-related. Your mother found my office address somehow. She sent a letter. Is he dead? No. Then it doesn't concern me. Another pause. You're aware this makes you seem cold? Yes. I'm not cold. I'm just done. She sighed. Noted in the file. I hung up, went back to work. That night in therapy, I told my therapist about Wesley. He said I was being extreme. That family is family. What do you think? I think family is a choice. They chose. So did I. Do you have regrets? I thought about it. Really thought. Only that. I didn't see who they were sooner. She nodded, closed her notebook. I think we can move to monthly sessions. You're processing this in a healthy way. You're not running from anything. You're running towards something better. I left her office, feeling lighter. Across 3 states, my mother was dialing a disconnected number for the 100th time. I didn't know that then. Wouldn't have mattered if I did. 6 months in, my lawyer called on a Thursday instead of Wednesday. Divorce is finalized. Your ex-wife vacated the property. House sold last week. Remote closing as you requested. Your share is being wired to your account. Good. She moved in with your brother at your parents' house. I was at my desk at work. Swiveled my chair to look out the window. Okay. That's all you want to say? What else is there? She exhaled. Nothing, I suppose. I'll send the final paperwork. I hung up and went back to my protein sequencing. The samples didn't care about my personal life. I like that about science. December came fast. The lab did a holiday party, voluntary, low-key. I went. Drank 2 beers. Talked to a woman from the immunology department about her research. She was smart. Easy to talk to. We exchanged numbers. Christmas week, a few of us who didn't have family nearby did an orphan Christmas at someone's apartment. Potluck, bad movies. No pressure. No performance. I brought a pie from the grocery store. Nobody cared that it wasn't homemade. We played cards until midnight. I drove home tipsy enough to feel good, sober enough to be safe. Slept until 10:00 the next morning. Best Christmas I'd had in years. January. My lawyer called. Back to Wednesdays. Your ex-wife had the baby. A girl. I'm legally required to notify you as you were married at the time of conception. I was at the gym, stepped off the treadmill. I'm not on the birth certificate. Correct. Your brother is listed as father. Then it's not my concern. She sent a photo and a letter. Do you want them forwarded? No. Shred both. You're certain? Completely. Pause. All right. Noted. I got back on the treadmill. Finished my 5 miles. The baby existed somewhere in the world. Good for her. I hope she had a better family than I did. I didn't think about her again. February. Wesley emailed. I'd forgotten I hadn't blocked his email. Hey, man. I know you don't want to hear from me, but I thought you should know. Your parents don't look good. Your mom's on medication. Your dad had another heart thing. Not major. But still, they've aged like 10 years and 6 months. Also, your brother and Bryn are fighting constantly. Baby's crying all the time. It's a crap show over there. Just thought you should know. I didn't respond. But I didn't block him either. He was distant enough to be safe. Close enough to keep me informed without requiring anything from me. March. I met Portia, museum archivist. She came to a public lecture at the university about biochemical preservation of historical documents. We got coffee after. She was calm, thoughtful. Didn't talk too much or too little. Third date. She asked why I'd moved to Albuquerque. I told her everything. The affair, the pregnancy, the family meeting without me, the vote, the exit. She listened without interrupting. When I finished, she said, do you think you'll ever reconcile? No. Do you hate them? No. I just don't have room for them anymore. She nodded. Didn't try to fix it or question it. Just understood. We kept seeing each other. April. I got promoted. Senior biochemist, better pay, better projects. My supervisor said I'd impressed everyone with my focus. I celebrated by taking Portia to a nice dinner. She met some of my co-workers. They liked her. I realized I was building something real here. Something stable. Therapy became monthly check-ins. I was doing well, sleeping fine. No intrusive thoughts, no anger, just forward momentum. You've processed this in a remarkably healthy way, my therapist said. Most people in your situation would still be struggling. Most people probably went back. Yes, they usually do. I'm not most people. No. She agreed. You're not. May. Wesley emailed again. Your dad had a heart attack. Real one this time. He's stable, but it was bad. Your mom is a wreck. She's telling everyone she just wants to hear your voice once. Just once. I know you don't care, but I'm telling you anyway. I read it twice. Felt nothing. I thought about replying. Decided against it. My father made his choice. Now he was living with the consequences. That wasn't cruelty. That was just cause and effect. July. 1 year. Since I'd walked out, I sat in my apartment with coffee, thinking about the anniversary. 1 year ago, I discovered my entire family had voted me expendable. Now I had a girlfriend I was serious about. A promotion. Friends who didn't know the old me. A life I'd built from scratch. The trade was worth it. Portia came over that night. I told her what day it was. How do you feel? She asked. Good. Really good. No regrets. Only that I didn't see them clearly sooner. She kissed me. You're kind of incredible, you know that? I didn't know what to say to that. So I just held her. August. Wesley's email was longer. Man. I don't even know why I'm telling you this, but your brother and Bryn broke up. He's living alone now. Lost his job. Something about an ethics complaint. He's drinking a lot. Your parents are trying to hold everyone together, but they're falling apart themselves. Your mom obsesses about finding you. She hired someone to try to track you down. This whole thing destroyed them. All of them. I guess that was the point, huh? I stared at that last line for a long time. It wasn't the point. The point was survival, self-preservation. But I could see how it looked from the outside. I didn't respond. My lawyer called 3 days later. Wednesday. Right on schedule. We have a situation. Your mother hired a private investigator to locate you. I shut it down through legal channels, but they're getting desperate. I stood up from my desk, walked to the window. How desperate? Subpoena level desperate. They're trying to argue they need your location for estate planning purposes. It won't work, but they're trying. What do you recommend? Restraining orders if they continue. Document everything. Make it legally impossible for them to find you. Do it. You're sure? This will make reconciliation. There won't be reconciliation, ever. Do it. Long pause. Okay, I'll draft the paperwork. I hung up, looked out at the city, flat, brown, nothing like home. Perfect. My phone buzzed. Text from Portia. Dinner tonight? Want to talk about something? I smiled, texted back. Sure. Your place or mine? Mine. 7:00 p.m. I got back to work. Whatever she wanted to talk about, it would be real, honest, not some manipulation or desperate plea. That night, over pasta she'd made from scratch, Portia said, I think they know what city you're in. I stopped mid-bite. What? Wesley posted something vague on social media about seeing an old friend in New Mexico. Someone commented asking if it was you. I put my fork down. How do you know? I searched your old name. Curiosity. I'm sorry. It's fine. I thought about it. They know the state, not the address, not my new number. They can't find me. But they're trying. Let them try. She studied my face. This doesn't scare you? No. They can look all they want. I'm a ghost to them. She reached across the table, took my hand. Good, she said. Because I'm not sharing you with people who threw you away. I squeezed her hand, realized something had shifted in me. I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was happy. My phone rang. Unknown number. I looked at it, sent it to voicemail. Portia watched me. You okay? Yeah, I said. I really am. The phone rang again. Same unknown number. I powered it off entirely. Whatever they wanted, they could want it alone. 2 years in, I got promoted again. Senior research lead. My own team. Better pay. The kind of position people work decades for. I took Portia to dinner to celebrate. She'd been patient with my long hours during the project push. Patient with everything, really. I'm proud of you, she said, raising her glass. Couldn't have done it without you keeping me sane. You were already sane. I just made sure you stayed that way. We clicked glasses. I looked at her across the table, this woman who knew everything about me and chose to stay anyway, and realized I wanted to keep her. Not in the desperate way I'd held on to my old life. In the certain way you hold on to something real. Wesley's emails kept coming. Every few months. I never responded, but I read them. Your brother's a mess, lost another job. He's working part-time at some gym now. Drinks most nights. Barely sees the kid. Bryn's struggling. Single mom, basically. Lives with your parents still. They help with the baby, but everyone's miserable. She tells people her ex-husband abandoned them. Some people believe her. Most don't. Your parents look like ghosts. Your dad's on 3 medications now. Your mom, man. She's obsessed. Still talks about you like you're coming back. People at their church know what happened. They're polite, but distant. Social pariahs, basically. I read these updates like weather reports. Distant. Factual. Not my problem. The family that voted me out was eating itself alive. I felt nothing about it. Not satisfaction. Not vindication. Just confirmation that I'd made the right choice. September. An invitation arrived at my lawyer's office. They somehow had that address. My cousin, Flynn, always been decent, was getting married. Formal invitation. +1 included. My lawyer called. Do you want this? Send a gift card. No return address. I won't attend. Your mother will be there. I know. She's probably hoping you'll show. I know that, too. And? Send a gift card. Nothing else. Wesley's email after the wedding was longer than usual. Your mom waited by the entrance the entire ceremony. Watched every person who came in. Your dad kept checking his phone. When they realized you weren't coming, your mom went to the bathroom and didn't come out for 20 minutes. Your brother showed up drunk. Started yelling about how ungrateful you are. How you abandoned everyone. Flynn's dad had to escort him out. People were uncomfortable. Everyone knows the story now. Your cousin asked about you during his speech. Said he wished you could be there. Your mom started crying. It was brutal. They're falling apart without you, man. All of them. I closed the email. Didn't reply. Portia was reading on the couch. I sat next to her. Everything okay? She asked. Yeah, just family stuff. Your old family? The only kind I have. She set her book down. You never talk about them. Not much to say. They're strangers who share my DNA. She studied me. You really don't feel anything? Not even curiosity? No. They made their choice. I made mine. We're all living with it. She kissed my forehead. Went back to her book. I realized I'd said old family like there might be a new one someday. The thought didn't scare me. October, my therapist and I agreed to reduce sessions to every other month. You're one of my success stories, she said. You walked away from toxicity and built something healthy. That takes strength most people don't have. Or stubbornness. Strength, she repeated. Don't minimize it. I left her office and drove to the jewelry store. Bought a ring that afternoon. Simple. Elegant. The kind Portia would actually wear. I proposed in November. Nothing elaborate. Just us hiking in the sand is overlooking the city. I want to build a life with you, I said. The real kind. Not the performance kind. She said yes before I finished talking. We called her family that night. They were thrilled. Her mother cried happy tears. Her father made jokes about finally getting me locked down. After we hung up, Portia looked at me. Do you want to tell your family? I don't have family to tell. I have you and your family now. She hugged me. Didn't push. Planning the wedding was easy. Small ceremony. Her family. My coworkers. A few friends I'd made here. Her mother asked about my guest list over dinner one night. Just a few friends from work. No family. Not even your parents? For photos? Portia squeezed my hand under the table. We're estranged, I said. Permanently. Her mother's face softened. I'm sorry. I'm not. The conversation moved on. They didn't make it weird. I appreciated that. December, 2 years and change since I'd walked out. I was at work when my lawyer called. Your mother tracked down what city you're in. Not your address, but she knows you're in Albuquerque. I set down my coffee. How? Social media. Someone you know posted something vague. She's been calling businesses, asking questions. I've documented everything. What's she saying? That she needs to find you. That it's urgent. Medical reasons. My father? I don't know. Could be manipulation. Probably is. What do you recommend? Restraining orders are ready to file if she escalates. I've already sent cease and desist letters. If she keeps searching, we make it a legal issue. Do it. This will make reconciliation impossible. It's already impossible. She just doesn't know it yet. My lawyer was quiet for a moment. You're getting married, aren't you? I saw the change in your voice. Yeah. Congratulations. Your new family deserves you more than your old one did. Thank you. After we hung up, I sat at my desk thinking. They were getting closer. Not close enough to matter, but closer than I liked. I could move again. Change cities. Make it harder. Or I could stay. Make them understand that even knowing where I was wouldn't help them. That night, I told Portia about the call. Does this worry you? She asked. No. They can know the city. They still can't reach me. I'm a ghost. Good. She was quiet for a moment. Because I'm not sharing you with people who threw you away. You won't have to. She pulled me close. Your mother's looking for you. Your brother destroyed himself. Your father's sick. And you're just fine. I'm more than fine. I'm happy. Doesn't that make you cold? I finished. Maybe, but I'd rather be cold and happy than warm and destroyed. She kissed me. Fair point. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I looked at the screen. Albuquerque area code. Portia saw it. You think it's them? Maybe. Maybe a spam call. It rang again. Same number. I sent it to voicemail. Block the number. What if they show up? Portia asked quietly. They won't. They don't have an address. And if they did? What? I looked at her. I'd close the door. She believed me because it was true. The phone rang again. Different unknown number. I powered it off. Let's go to bed, I said. We did. I slept fine. Somewhere in another state, my mother was calling every research lab in Albuquerque asking if anyone knew me. She'd find out I worked there eventually, probably already had. It wouldn't matter. I made myself unreachable in every way that counted. The next morning, I woke up to 17 missed calls from unknown numbers. Portia saw my face. They're ramping up. Let them. What if they come to your work? I thought about it. Then security will escort them out and I'll file the restraining orders. You're really never going back. Never. She searched my face, looking for doubt, regret, found nothing. Okay, she said. Then we plan the wedding, and forget they exist. Sounds perfect. I deleted all the voicemails without listening. Whatever they wanted to say, they'd had 2 years to say it. Time was up. 3 years. That's how long it had been when I married Portia. Small ceremony. Her family, my co-workers, friends I'd made in Albuquerque. 50 people total. Everyone who was there wanted to be there. No obligation. No performance. No empty chairs with explanations. We got married at a botanical garden in April. Portia wore a simple dress. I wore a suit I actually liked. Her father walked her down the aisle. Her mother cried the good kind of tears. During the vows, I looked at her family in the front row. They were smiling. Genuine. They'd welcomed me without question. Treated me like I'd always been theirs. This was what family was supposed to feel like. The honeymoon was 2 weeks in Colorado. Mountains. Quiet. We hiked during the day, and read by the fire at night. One evening, Portia was looking at photos on her phone. Pictures from the wedding. She showed me one of us cutting the cake. You look happy, she said. I'm happy. 3 years ago you were married to someone else. 3 years ago I was married to a stranger. Living with strangers. Pretending it was family. She set the phone down. Do you ever wonder about them? No. Not even a little? Sometimes I remember they exist. But it's the same way I remember my old apartment exists. Something that used to be relevant and isn't anymore. She kissed me. Good answer. We came back to news. Wesley had sent one final email. I'm stopping these updates. You clearly don't care and honestly I get it now. But I thought you should know. Your parents moved. Smaller town. Smaller house. Your dad's health never recovered. Your mom looks 20 years older than she is. Your brother got married to Bryn. Guilt wedding I think. They divorced 8 months later. He's working part-time at some retail place. Lives alone. The whole golden child thing is over. Bryn's raising the kid mostly by herself. Your parents help but it's tense. She dates but nothing sticks. People know the story. It follows her. The kid's 3 now. In case you were wondering. You're not. Probably. But she exists. This is my last email. Take care of yourself. I read it once. Closed it. Didn't respond. Portia saw my face. News from home? Not home. Just news. Bad. For them. Not for me. She didn't ask for details. That's why it worked with her. She understood that some doors stay closed. 6 months after the wedding, Portia got pregnant. We told her family over dinner. Her mother cried again. Her father made jokes about baby proofing. Her sister started planning the shower. They asked if we'd told my family. We don't talk, I said simply. Never? Her mother asked. Never. She touched my hand. Their loss. It was the right thing to say. I got promoted again. Director level now, leading multiple research teams. The kind of position I'd only dreamed about in my old life. The old life where I'd been too busy managing family drama to focus on my career. Too busy being the stable one. The responsible one. The one who could be sacrificed because he'd always be there. Turns out when you cut out the noise, you can actually build something. One night, 8 months into Portia's pregnancy, I was writing in my journal. Old habit from therapy. I still kept it up. People think revenge needs to be loud, confrontational. A big speech where you tell them exactly how they hurt you. That's not revenge. That's closure for them. Real consequence is simpler. You just stop existing to them. They wanted me to fight, to argue, to demand better. Fighting would have meant I still thought they were worth it. I didn't fight. I just left. And that absence. Complete. Permanent. Unrelenting. That's what broke them. They live with the noise, the guilt, the what-ifs, the searching, the hoping I'll come back. I live in quiet. New city, new family, new life. They wanted forgiveness so they could move on. I moved on without forgiving them. Without thinking about them. That's the difference. Revenge isn't making them hurt. It's making them irrelevant. I closed the journal. Looked around our apartment. Portia's ultrasound photos on the fridge, wedding picture on the wall, her family coming for dinner tomorrow, my co-worker texting about weekend plans. Life was full, warm, real. Everything I'd walked away from was ashes. Everything I'd built was solid. Portia came out of the bedroom, hand on her belly. You okay? Yeah. Just thinking. About? How different everything is. She sat next to me. Do you ever wonder if you made the right choice? I looked at her. At the life we built. At the future we were creating. Every day, I said. And every day I know I did. She smiled, kissed me. Good, because I'm keeping you. Deal. We sat there in comfortable silence. The kind you only get with people who actually know you. Outside, the city moved on with its night. People living their lives, making their choices, building their worlds. I built mine, and it was enough. Somewhere, 3 states away, in a house that was too small and too quiet, a woman picked up her phone. She dialed a number she'd memorized years ago, the number that used to be her son's. The number you have reached is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this message in error, she'd heard that message hundreds of times, maybe thousands. She hung up, stared at the phone. In another room, her husband took his evening medication. Their remaining son hadn't called in weeks. Their granddaughter was asleep upstairs, her mother exhausted in the guest room that had become permanent. The woman looked at old photos, Christmas cards from years ago, a family that used to exist. She wondered, for the 1000th time, where he was. If he was okay. If he ever thought about them. She'd never know. Back in Albuquerque, I turned off the lights, went to bed with my wife, fell asleep thinking about tomorrow, about the ultrasound appointment, about what color to paint the nursery, not about them. Never about them. I'd won not by destroying them. They'd done that themselves. I'd won by building something better, and then living in it peacefully, completely, without them. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.